After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 189. And before we go into everything, we have a special guest.
Hi. I guess we should do introductions
first. Yes. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And I'm Davina, also known as Drama Queen 7.
Yes, that's right. Welcome to the podcast. We have
Hello, my public is back.
Your public is back?
I mean, I'm back with my public.
Oh, your public.
Sorry.
Huh?
Our public's not just me. I mean, I am a guest.
So,
anyway. Davina has been working really hard on her, what's the name of the blanket?
Oh, first off, hi JD. Hi JD. I noticed you watched me on the podcast.
JD.
Hi.
And also, Davina's been doing
jewelry.
A new craft. It's jewelry making.
Yes,
why don't you come up a little bit closer?
Yeah, can we unattach
it? Does it have a clasp?
Yeah, it does have a clasp. Here, hang on. Let me take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I made this necklace myself just yesterday.
I wish you had your fox one. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
But there's a history behind this though.
Because the guy dressing up as I went to the Renaissance Festival with my grandparents last October, the October of last year, and the October of last year, and I kind of put on a show with the King and Queen. I was dressed in a pirate shirt. I pretended to be a pirate, and the King gave me this gemstone that's hanging that I put on this necklace, and for a while I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but then I realized, okay, I'm going to string it on a necklace, and the Queen gave me a ring with in the shape of a crown with diamonds on it, and with a pink stone in the middle.
She made out like a bandit,
like
a pirate. But anyway, she put this together when did you do this? 2 days ago?
Yeah, I did this yesterday.
She did this yesterday.
Yeah, I call it my pirate necklace.
Very nice.
Okay, after you put that on, you can show off your blanket.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I hope there are people out there who like to make jewelry like I do.
I'm sure there are.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
This is my Hepcat's blanket. Remember you seeing it on the podcast? I've gotten really far in it. I mean,
actually, how close are you to done, Keto?
It looks like I maybe done like either before Lent or during Lent, but I'm getting really, really far.
Just beware you some ends to weave in here.
This is huge. Okay, my wingspan goes off camera, okay, and the blanket goes past my wingspan.
It goes past mine too.
And I've got so it's just huge. This is probably a queen size bed, or maybe a full, but it's
so you're very close.
And it's huge. I mean, it's just
she's very close.
I mean,
you're getting very close.
See? There we go. There we go.
Okay.
This is a huge blanket. She's been working on this for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
What yarn are you using?
Of course, like everyone knows the black light yarn and the black yarn. Black light yarn.
And
black.
They're both Red Heart, aren't they? No,
I think they're both Red Heart. They're both Red Heart.
I can remember if that was Hobby Lobby.
The black
Red yarn. Yeah. Oh no, the black light.
This is Red Heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black light is Red Heart.
Okay, so I think that's everything right now. We're going to put people on pause so we can get our tea and Davina can go back to what she's doing.
Bye, JD. I'm sorry.
All right, bye-bye. Say goodbye to everyone, kiddo.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Can't wait to see you again.
Mom and I will be back after this short pause.
Hello.
We returned.
We are back. Once again, welcome to Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 189. It is January 13th, 2016, which is a Wednesday our time. I don't know when you're watching it, so happy Wednesday.
For the person who said that they couldn't quite hear us earlier, I think I might have adjusted the microphone. I messed with the settings a little bit.
So let us know if you can't hear us.
So please let us know if you still can't hear us. If you can't, I have no idea what else to do about it.
Yeah.
I could try to figure something out, but I'm the tech person, but doesn't actually mean that I actually know what I'm doing.
No. Excuse me.
No. Oh, and I have Claritin in my system. So we're gonna see if this is allergy versus allergy versus Dayquil. I worked last night. Allergy.
Are we quite finished?
No, I'm talking. I'm in the middle of a sentence.
I know.
Allergy versus cold.
As you interrupted me to say all this. No, you're not even remotely cute.
I'm more important.
No.
Hey, look, it's a bunny.
No.
It's a bunny. Oops.
No. I'm not.
You're gonna leave the bunny hanging?
Yep. Leave him hanging. Anyway, we want to welcome you to Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 189. All new and returning viewers. We've already introduced ourselves, but I guess we should maybe do it again.
In case they had memory lapse in the past 5 seconds.
Because it throws me off the rails if I don't have that in there. So I
Okay,
am
well,
Marley,
by all
also
means,
known
let's
as
not
Lady
throw you off the
Pernico,
rails.
and that is interruption.
Talia, also known
As interruption.
Gypsy.
Yes. Hi.
I love you.
We want to welcome. Okay, so thank you for joining us. If you're returning, we're glad to have you back. If you're new, we're glad to have you with us.
Yes.
And if you're still in the shadows, please come out and join us for all the fun stuff that we do, so you can be eligible for all the prizes and stuff. We do have some new members who are official. I had somebody mention that in one of their notes to me about the official. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. We have Wendy Whalen, who is Wendy. Welcome, Wendy. We have Noonie7231, who is Shannon. Shannon, that's my aunt's nickname, is Noonie.
Is it spelled that way too?
I think it's IE. So welcome, Shannon. Just Beans, who is Marie, which makes me think of Davina because we call her Beans.
Yes. Mom, don't embarrass her in front of her friends.
All of her friends and her public. So,
Jeanette.
Marina.
Let's break it down. Mel, loose, in, Etricote.
Tricote? I don't know. Marina.
Tricote?
Welcome, Marina.
I don't know.
I don't. Malus.
I'm sure that there is a really simple.
I think she's another friend of Valeria's. I think she's from the Netherlands. I'm not sure. And of course, everybody in the Netherlands is a friend of Valeria's.
Oh, of course.
So, we welcome Marina. And if you're not from the Netherlands, I apologize.
Because you should be.
Apparently. We have TR Steve 57, who is Terry. Welcome, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Any Given Memory, which I think is such a neat name. I don't have a name for that rap name, but welcome.
Welcome.
Silva Luna, who is Mary.
Oh, that's pretty.
That is pretty. It reminds me of a silver moon. I think that's actually what it means in some language.
I don't know why I thought of a silver monkey.
Luna is moon.
I know. I still thought of a silver monkey.
Welcome, Mary. Bam Zoo, who is Beth. I don't know if that means that she has lots of children who are a zoo or likes the zoo or whatever, but welcome, Mary. Beth, welcome, Beth, who's Bam Zoo. No, Mary,
welcome both of you.
Welcome, both of you. And then we have Orton8292, and I don't know your name either. I couldn't find it, so we welcome you anyway. So thank you for joining us officially in the group.
I hope you're enjoying a little bit of snow. We had some last night, but not enough.
It blew and blew and blew. It was gusting all over the place. We thought we were going to have ice. Thankfully, we didn't. So that, although the schools were 2 hours delayed, it hasn't hit.
Oh, the schools here delay if there's a breath of cold air. Oh no, it's cold.
Not quite that true, but
let's delay.
we had well, the kids can't stand out at the bus stop.
Oh, there's a snowflake. Let's delay.
We had, when my husband left, it was 17 degrees, and it hasn't broken 25 all day. So it's cold. We're trying to stay warm. That's why I have chai tea, and I put it in here because I want it to be hot. So.
And I have in my Oops's bunny mug. Oh, I'm drinking something different today because I'm trying to avoid some of the dairy. Black pearl tea. I haven't had this one in a while. I remember liking it. Oh, and actually, I should probably take the tea bag out of my teapot. My other tea I'll be having later is the blackberry and elderflower.
I like that. It's good.
It's a really good tea. It's Taylor's of Harrogate.
They saw that last time. You don't have to show it again.
I want to.
Yeah, if you spill it on me or my projects, you're going to be in deep trouble.
Pretty,
or as Grandpa or as Dad says, deep kimchi.
Pretty. And
anyway.
It's waiting for me. It is waiting for Vicini.
Well, you're not Vicini, so it's not waiting for you.
I guess I should take I'm going to let it sit a little while longer, but I don't want it to oversteep either. Although with the fruit tea, they don't usually oversteep.
Okay, what was I saying?
We were honestly just talking about tea.
Okay, so what's next?
Next, we still accept whatever baby items you are desirous to make and wish to get rid of, especially if you do not have a local charity.
Or little ones that you want to give it to.
Exactly. So we will gladly take any baby items off your hand and make sure off your hand. Hands plural.
Hands plural.
Unless you only have one hand, and then we'll take it off.
Maybe they're handing it with one hand.
They could be. Regardless, if it's hands, hand, or flippers, or paws, or
just
I'm a little wacky right now. We will take whatever baby items you wish to give to us and hand them to appropriate persons.
She's a baby. Anyway, I do want to thank a particular person. She knows who she is, who had offered to send a shawl to my friend in California for the fire. We finally managed to meet in the middle somewhere. She has my address now, and she's sending it out, and I appreciate that. You know who you are. Thank you very much for that. I know that my friend is going to appreciate that. She's very net-worthy. Let's see here. Oh, what are you wearing?
Oh, I am wearing my, what is the name of the sweater? It's a blue it's a blue sweater. You can see that it's a blue sweater. This is because I made two of this lady's sweater. I made a yellow one and a blue one.
Oh, that's by Jane Richmond.
Jane Richmond. And I can't remember the name of the sweater for the life of me. Because I made two of them. But it's actually made with acrylic yarn. It's Knit Picks Brava Bulky. Is it called Brava Bulky?
Worsted bulky? I don't know what you made it with.
It's the Brava, the bulky.
Oh, okay. It might be. I don't know if it's bulky or chunky or what.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm looking here is because somebody asked me about my sweater, so I
and I'm too lazy to go look up this one, but it's Jane Richmond. It's on my project page.
Okay.
And it had awesome buttons from Etsy.
Very nice. Now my sweater, somebody noticed I was wearing this last week, and I think it was Christina who asked me about the sweater, and she said that I was working on it. She must have been watching a really old one, 101. I guess that is pretty far back, a year back.
Well, yeah, we're in the, almost 190s.
Yeah, next week is 190. So.
Yeah.
So, Christina, this is my Dragonfly cardigan. It's the Sunday cardigan by Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby, and it is crocheted, and I used Dragonfly Fibers Dragon Sock. Now, it doesn't call for a sock weight, but my gauge was so bad, it was the only way I could get gauge. My gauge was just horrible. Now, if I had known then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have used a superwash. I love Dragonfly Fibers, but this is a drapey yarn anyway, and with the fact that it's superwash, it just kind of hangs sometimes.
It's
stretched. It's not the fault of the designer. It's my fault as a new garment crocheter, and I love wearing it. It's just I have to wear a shawl pin with it, and I love the yarn. I love the way it pools with the colors and things like that. But it is in that. No, it's not in the crochet book. But it is on Ravelry.
It was from a magazine, wasn't it?
It was from it was. It was from the
because there's something we picked up at
Martin's. It doesn't have. Let me go to the Sunday cardigan here. Okay, it was in the Crochet Today, April-May 2014.
Because he has two patterns there called Sunday Cardigans.
Right.
This is the first one.
This is the first one. His other one is in the book that we reviewed about 6 months ago.
And if you haven't seen that book,
that is a fantastic book.
It's fantastic. I just can't crochet sweaters anymore. My hand can't handle it.
Yeah, my hand can't handle the sweaters and things, so I can't crochet that kind of stuff right now. But his patterns in there are absolutely fantastic. But this one is his first what did I say it was called? The
Sunday cardigan?
Sunday cardigan. He calls it in the other book a basic cardigan, I think. But it's similar. And
well, maybe the pattern's called basic cardigan. No, Sunday cardigan. Oh, okay.
It's meant to use a worsted weight yarn. I just couldn't get gauge with a worsted weight. It would have been huge on me. So that's the lowdown, Christina, on that. If you want to see
and it wasn't this yarn you initially started the sweater with?
No, I started this with, I think I started it with Brava worsted.
No, you started with the one that, you started with the Unforgettable.
Oh, that's right.
I started Unforgivable.
I forgot, I started out with Red Heart Unforgivable. Unforgettable. Little Freudian slip there. I love the colors in that yarn. I hate working with it. Absolutely despise working with it because if you make a mistake, it's impossible to rip it back. So, but it's a beautiful yarn, and maybe they've improved it since I used it a year ago. I don't know. But anyway, Christine, I hope that answers your question. If you want to make this cardigan, you can't find it because the magazine is no longer available. Shannon's book has a sweater that's very similar to this in it. So you might want to take a look at that as well. Okay, let me go back to my show notes here.
And you have 6 projects, so you go first because I only have 5.
Okay, let me get my show notes open here. All right. Oh, no, we have things to do first.
Oh, we have things to do first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by all means, let's do those things that we must do.
Yes. The Dreeken Shawl giveaway, I closed that yesterday. I was going to wait a little bit later, but I knew I had a lot of things to do, and nobody had put in any names or anything for about 2 or 3 days. So I went ahead and closed it around noon or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. And the post that won, it was so funny because I did the random number generator, 2 to 19, and it never does, number 2 or number 9, the ends. It always does somewhere in the middle. It was number 19. So number 19 was stitched by Mimi, who is Sandy, and Sandy won the Dreeken Shawl that we bought to give away to promote Maria's beautiful shawl pattern. She already has it. Sandy does, but we want to congratulate her on the podcast and thank her for taking part. We thank you all for taking part. Don't, if you really wanted to win that, you still have a chance. Maria donated 1 pattern that we are using as a giveaway for our PHN sweater shawl along, and we are providing another one for the Undead Yarn shawl along prize. So you have 2 more chances to win that particular pattern, 1 from us and 1 from Maria. So
but if you can't wait to start that shawl because it's so lovely and awesome,
you can buy it. It's available.
Yes,
it's available, and it is awesome. And Maria is absolutely fantastic.
I just haven't started yet because I need to get a couple of shawls off the needles first.
I'm not quite ready yet, and my hand hurts too much, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I have spoken to Maria, and I think, what's her she's Ninja Chickens, right?
Yes.
I have spoken to her once or twice.
Ninja Chickens, I see little chickens going, yeah. Yes, continue.
Anyway, she's been very, very sweet about saying whenever I start, that she's willing to, she's available. She's very, very accessible.
And she'll send her ninja chickens to help
my
you.
My ninja chickens, her ninja chickens will fix it for me. They'll manage it. So, sorry, that's a reference. Anyway, the PHN sweater shawl along. Okay, that is going along very, very well. It's working January 1st to March 31st of this year. Any knitted or crocheted shawls or sweaters will be acceptable. We do accept sweater vests.
Yes.
We do accept ponchos, not cowls or scarves.
We want something that covers the majority of the
chest
body.
And the back and buttons up or as a pullover.
Yeah.
Or zippers up.
Yeah, something that's as close to sweater as you can get. Poncho kind of crosses that line between shawl and sweater, and they usually cover most of the body.
Yeah. So, but they're not going to be counted for sweaters. They're going to be counted for shawls.
No, they're going to be counted for shawls.
Yeah. Cowls are just not big enough, and scarves don't
But
count. something
like some of the Martina Bames, a lot of times they're counted as shawls anyway.
They're called shawlettes.
Yeah.
So shawlettes are acceptable. I know that a lot of people wear them as scarves, but if it says shawlette in the...
I wear my shawls as scarves.
Yeah. So. If it says shawlette or shawl or poncho, that's fine. If it's a sweater vest, because there are sleeveless sweaters.
Yeah.
So if it covers everything up, use your judgment. We're not going to police you about it. I do want to say that we want to make sure everybody knows, and this is for both alongs, one whip...
What was that noise?
That must have been my phone. One whip per project per week, okay? And 1 FO whenever you finish the project. So be really careful when you post your projects. It's just because we have so many people, I think that people get a little confused. It's just want to make sure that everybody knows that 1 whip per project per week, so that everybody gets the same number of chances. And sometimes I know I'll say, oh, gee, I put this in, and then I have to look, when did I last post, so I don't post it too far ahead.
I'm a horrible person. I just don't post anything.
Well, sometimes I'll be posting in multiple places, and then I'll look back and say, oh my gosh, that's only been 3 days or 5 days. I have to take it out. So just be aware. It's not a problem. If you see it whooshed out, just when the appropriate amount of time has passed, then you can repost it.
It's because we hate you and we're evil.
Valeria's our best friend. she tackles the hard stuff for us when we can't do it. She's a godsend because she is very diplomatic, and I appreciate all that she does. But anyway, just one whip per project per week. If you find that you've posted by accident and we wish it out, or you realize and you take it out, you can repost it once the week is up, provided you haven't posted another whip for that project.
Right. Yeah, if you posted a whip for a different project, you're cool.
Oh yeah, if you have 10 million projects and you worked on all of them, you can post all those whips in that week.
So hey, if you have no intention of finishing a shawl for this long, you can still start 20 shawls and post a whip picture each week. That's my master strategy.
Yeah. The creepy girl will leave the house now.
Hey.
So the sweater shawl along.
Bunny.
The sweater shawl along is our PHN sweater shawl along alone by ourselves. So that is going strong. 3 months, 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO whenever you finish it. We do have prizes. We have let me see here. A Silver Shed medium-sized project bag. For the time being, we have a Silver Shed medium-sized project bed that was donated by Ann Brody.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That is the proprietor of Silver Shed USA. We have a Drake and Shawl that was gifted by the designer, who is Maria Muscarella, also aka Ninja Chickens. And we had something. We had a sock blank donated by Mama C, who is Christina. Thank you very much. That's what we have there.
They haven't seen it yet.
Yes, we didn't have to say anything. They would have never known the difference.
They haven't seen it yet.
Yes. Anyway, they'll see it later. But anyway, you're like Davina. Don't show that. She's right here.
No, Davina's done that before.
And then for so that's one of our alongs. The other along that we're doing is we are co-hosting. Heidi of Undead Yarn has asked us to co-host her shawl along. So that's different from our PHN sweater shawl along. It's a shawl along that
just to add an extra level of confusion for everybody.
It's in the same thread.
Yes.
And we have the same rules for our group. We are co-hosting this with Heidi and with Andre Sunitz, who is Andy over Andy Sunitz's podcast, and then also with Bookish Stitcher, who I think is Jeanette.
It is. Her name is. It is Jeanette. She is Jeanette.
She is Jeanette. So their rules may differ from ours. We are allowing 1 whip per project per week. You can start it whenever, just as long as you work on it in the time period.
You don't need to worry about posting multiple times or anything like that.
No.
We will draw twice.
Right.
Once
for the shawl.
Yeah, for the shawls. Once for the shawl along, once for our sweater shawl along. We are the only group doing sweaters as well as shawls.
Right. Now, the Drake and Shawl, if anybody works on a Drake and Shawl and finishes it in our PHN one, not the Undead one, but in the PHN one, you will get a double post, which means I'll get a double post in both. But because that is our featured pattern, because Maria was so generous to us.
Yes.
And that's the only pattern that the FO gets a second posting. Okay, so that is
So
that.
seriously, guys, make a Draken.
Yeah, make a Draken. I want to see them.
The color combinations that people have been suggesting.
Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, you really almost can't go wrong with that pattern. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. I fell in love with it when I first saw the Baker.
Oh, I did too.
Patrons
I did
group.
too. I went, oh my gosh. I never expected to be gifted it. It was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Every time I do that, I think of Earth Girls Are Easy.
I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh.
Was that like an 80s movie?
Yeah, it had Gina Davis and Goldblum.
I have a co-worker whose name is...
Well, it had Gina Davis, Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, one of the guys from Living Color, Wayans.
Was it a young Jim Carrey?
Yes, and one of the Wayans brothers, and I forget who the third guy was. It was another guy. No, that's right. Those were the 3 guys. And then some singer, some 80s singer. I forget what her name was.
I've heard of the movie. I've never seen it.
Sorry, I needed to have a drink. Yeah. It's
You need a drink to see that through.
Oh, Rose Bob, you had asked about what we drink. We answered in the thread, but this is the chai tea latte that we're drinking most of the time is not from a tea bag. It's already a prepared mix, so it has cream in it. It has milk or cream or something in it.
Which is why if I'm trying to avoid cream because of congestion, I actually have to avoid chai tea completely. Because I actually don't like chai tea in the tea bags. I've tried so many times.
The only one I like in the tea bag, I mean, I do like some of the others in the tea bag, but the one I like the most in the tea bag is the chocolate. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as sweet as the powdered version, and it's really good. But anyway, we digress.
We do that a lot.
Shawl along and PHN sweater shawl along. Oh, the PHN sweater shawl along is, let's see.
How long does it run for?
I did already, 3 months.
Okay.
January, I think both alongs go January until March.
They do.
I'm
not necessarily so sure about Undead. I feel like Undead does, though.
I think she does, but you might want to check just to make sure.
Because we don't pay attention, obviously.
I'm so far behind.
I'm caught up on Heidi's.
I am too.
I think I'm behind on Robin by 1 episode.
Robin's not involved.
No, but, just randomly, if anyone cared about who I was behind
Robin's not involved.
She's not involved.
But she's done the blue along.
Yes.
Let me see. I was going to say something here, and I forgot what it was because someone interrupted me. Oh, I remember.
I wonder who that was.
The
hashtag,
hashtag,
person.
The PHN. Okay, let me see. PHN.
It's in the group.
It's in the group. I can't find it in my notes. And in the interest of moving forward, I'm not going to say. We have hashtags and we have.
I'm so
tags.
bad about doing hashtags.
Yeah, I am too. But okay, so let's move along. How many do you have?
5.
Okay, I have 6.
So you go first.
All right, this one is my design and project. Maybe I'll leave the design and progress. Should I leave that for last?
I don't know.
Does you have a question
whatever you think about it.
Let me do this one last. I'll go backwards. Okay. Because I want to talk to you guys about that.
Well, you know my opinion about it.
Yes, I do. Okay. My hopes and dreams shawl. This leads into one of my stash enhancements already, but remember I started this over again. I had it was originally a different project with the yarn, but I had the needles were too small with the amount of stitches I was having to do. It was hurting my hands, so I switched to the sock knitters shawl pattern, which is KF Jones. So I'm using US 5s instead of US 3s, and the yarn is Gourmet Stash in their unrepeatable colorway. And these are my new needles. I got my Chai-Gu red lace, size 5s, and I love these. I love my Chai-Gu red lace. I'm not as fond of the regular Chai-Gus. I don't like the cables as much, and they're not as sharp.
Yeah, the red lace ones don't tangle the way the other ones do.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the funny little
yeah,
thing.
I love the red lace.
So I only did about a row or 2 of this, but just enough to get this on and to do a little bit of work on it. So it's kind of just there, but it's moving along. I'm happy that it's on a bigger cord now and it's bigger needles and should be a lot more fun for me. And I went ahead. I'm one of these people that I need to have everything spelled out, otherwise I get confused. So I went ahead and took all of Kay's stuff and put the directions exactly what I had to do on each line, so I just had to go by one time and check it off and it's done and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Basically, you do what I do in my notebook.
Yeah, but I don't. But you don't write it all out in your notebook. You don't write down, say it says knit 1, purl 3.
Oh, well, no, it's not.
Well, I take what she wrote the first thing and I put it there.
Oh, you see, that would get really annoying really quickly.
Not for me. I put that. I just do a couple of other pages, and I have only that section that way.
Oh, okay.
Because it confuses me otherwise.
Because I memorize it after the first couple rows, and then I don't pay attention anymore.
I don't trust myself enough yet. I'm too new a knitter to do that. But it's in my Knitting's My Bag, Sarah Monet bag, because it can't really be Sarah. It's not like Monet. Anyways, so that it's a sweater size. And I'm enjoying the Front News pattern. It's very nice.
Oh, it's a very nice pattern.
Yes. It's a bunny.
Which one should I do next?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to show that. I said, you didn't finish that. Which one are you doing now?
Just finish this one.
This one, I think, because you got this here and this here.
Okay. But I should do a project first. So, I'm going to show you one I can't show you. And I show you the one I can't
Oh,
show you.
yes. Before I forget, you go ahead. Marie, Davina got your card, and it blew her away. She was almost in tears. Thank you so much for sending that. She was absolutely thrilled. She's keeping it with all her special stuff. So thank you very much for sending her that little message. It made her day.
And now, at a slightly less poignant note.
I had to do it before I forgot.
Yes. In my Mama C, I was sitting here like, I have no memory anymore. I need a cup of tea.
Marie, Christina.
No, Marie is Marie, Mom. This
No,
is
Mama
Mama
C.
C. You said Marie. Don't mess with me.
Gaslight.
Good heavens. Anyway, Mama C, Christina, Tudor bag.
Marie.
Oops.
It's a bunny. Somebody wrote to me and made me laugh by using "oops" as a bunny because she made a mistake in her. She sent me an address for the prizes and she made a mistake and she wrote back and said "oops" as a bunny. It made me laugh. It made me giggle. Thank you, everybody. Everybody got their addresses to us super quick. We appreciate that. Ooh.
So I have a secret design in here, getting very, very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping.
Now I'm getting.
I might not have it available for you guys this week. I might have the pattern written up and start doing the tutorial one.
Which means I might start working on it.
Yes. Because I like to have the tutorial already done by the time you guys get it. So that way, because some of you guys are lickety split, and then you get to the point where you have to piece it together, and I'm rushing to get the tutorial out. This way I'm not rushed. So, a little bit longer for you guys. I've been focusing on this design versus on the other two I've got going because this one's probably the simplest of them. None of the others are overly complicated. It's just this one's the simplest.
This is the one you want to do.
Yeah. So here it is.
Okay.
Flying Christina bag.
Let's see here. It's not in a what do you call it? A
Silver
shed
shed?
bag.
No, it's not.
That's pretty.
It is really pretty. This is a mini skein of Heidi's.
That's Heidi's?
This is Heidi's.
Well, I mean, her yarn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really pretty. What colorway this is?
I don't know. Heidi, what colorway is this? I'm not sure the color's showing up very
I
well.
like that. That's
It's
really
kind
pretty.
of like a tanny,
That's
goldy.
that's not the Children of the Corn, is it?
I don't think so. I don't remember what Children of the Corn looks like.
I don't either. Well, she'll talk. Heidi, you have to let us know what that is. It's very pretty. Whatever it is. Okay. My next one is in my...
Heidi, you need to do more DK mini skeins. FYI. Or worsted if you are so inclined.
Right. Okay. In my Plover Bird Jetem bag, it's the small, is my cabled mitts, my mermaid mitts from the Irish Hiking Scarf arm warmers. Sunshine, you have just blown me out of the water.
Did she already finish hers?
I think she did.
Way to go, Sunshine.
Yeah, she's good. I really haven't made a whole bunch of progress on this. I think I'm almost to the point where I start the second cable.
Where is the end? Heidi, is there an end to this yarn?
Right there.
That's what I thought too, but it's not. There is no end. It is endless.
It's a circular
It is
yarn.
a yarn that never ends, and it goes.
I think this is the front. So, focus. And this is Heidi's yarn, also. Undead yarn. This is the Atlantis colorway.
We are not being paid by Heidi to promote her yarn.
But we do anyway, because she has awesome yarn.
Yes.
And she spoils us. So, anyway. This is
I
perfect for this
think
pattern.
she's evilly laughing at me somewhere in her lair, going, ha ha ha.
In the Heidi lair.
She will never be able to get her yarn free. Wah.
But this is a very, very nice yarn for these mitts. This is a DK as well. Is this DK or worsted?
That is worsted. That's worsted.
Yes,
I
it's batty
found
base.
the end. I have
Solved
defeated your evil plot, Heidi, and I have found my end.
So this is Heidi's Batty Base, and it's her new worsted yarn. and I really like working with it. It's got very nice. I'm not a big fan of flat colors, just no depth to it at all. And this has little bits of lighter blue in it to give it some depth, and I really, really like working with it. I'm using my Chai Goos. They're size 8s. And I like these okay, but I'm going to see if I can get some more. I put on my wish list Chai Goo red lace, like every size imaginable.
Because they are awesome.
Yes. I still like my knit picks, but I don't like them for the smaller sizes. And sometimes I
will convert you completely to the red lace eventually, and then you will never be able to go back.
I like my knit picks for things that I'm afraid might fall off. But I'd like to try carbons eventually. But there we go. Your turn.
Hold on.
No, you must not be rude. You must speak to the people.
Speak to the my public?
Speak.
I am speaking.
You're
Yes.
not, in fact.
So, hi people. I think Heidi's evil plot is still.
Here, let me have that. Okay.
No. Anyway, if you just hold it, I can just hold it, and I'll just handle that not later. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about. Let me.
You need to go under, over, around, and through, because that's how you learn to tie
Tie
your
your
shoes.
shoes. Wasn't that a song from Rockadoodle?
Yes.
Have you guys ever watched Rockadoodle?
Rockadoodle's fun.
Anyway, this is going to be a part of the next project I'm talking about, actually. To pretend that I am, actually being...
Why don't you talk about something else?
About the blanket?
Why don't you do a different project?
I guess I could.
Give me that and do a different project.
Okay. Apparently my project's not good enough.
It's taking too long and they don't want to hear us blather.
Well, I was still going to talk about this because I've done several squares.
Well, then talk about it.
This is my, thank you, sock knitters, not my sock knitters, wow, that's my other project. This is Kay's fault, same person. Mitered square blanket.
And Kay, we hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no fun to have hurts.
No. This is Kay's fault, mitered square blanket, using scrap sport DK and worsted weight yarns, mini skeins, whatever I can get my hands upon. That is not fingering. Or lace. I don't use fingering or lace for this. Occasionally I use bulky. Not very often though. This is inspired by Brian E. Bear, Kay Jones, and I started this through tutorial videos. This, I've made my way through the first set of Mom's yarn.
She thinks she's getting more.
Of course. This is a Nightwing square, which I love. This is the Christmas one, which worked up very nicely.
That was fun.
Here's the creme brulee. This one pooled nicely.
That's the one that Vonnie liked, I think.
Yeah. This one is my shawl.
I did not make that.
This is my Yowza Way. It's Miss Babs.
Yowza
Way. It's
Wanna Go Crazy.
2.
Yeah.
Koei Wanna Go Crazy. And then this is one of my Heidi DK mini schemes.
So one I bought you for Christmas, or
Yeah.
Gina bought you for Christmas?
No, this one I bought on my own.
Okay.
Because it was the first time she actually had DK available as mini schemes, and you told me about it, and I came home and decided I deserved...
Oh, yeah. That was the one.
I came home from work, and I decided I deserved yarn therapy. So I got myself yarn therapy. And it's really pretty. The screen doesn't pick up very well. Well, no, it does a little bit. It's light green, but it's got like little touches of this goldy brown.
Heidi doesn't make bland colors.
No, she doesn't. It's really
They
pretty.
have some
depth
to them.
And I'm going to rescue Mom and take over so she can talk about her next thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let me see here. You're welcome. All right, the next one I'm going to talk about is in my... This is my Plover Bird large size sweater bag, my teacups bag. Now I'm cold again. Okay. And this is my Under the Mistletoe shawl. I did a little bit of work on this. I didn't do a lot of work on anything. I just did a little bit of work on some. And I'm almost done with the first skein of yarn for this. Where is it? It's hiding from me. Here it is. I have this much yarn left of the first skein. Just that much. So I'm thinking maybe I'll finish a row or two with it. I can't judge very accurately though how much. I keep saying, oh, I'm going to be finishing this ball, but it
looks like a kerchief right now.
Yeah, it does, kind of. But it's very soft and it's very warm and smushy, and I love the color. And it's just a very simple. This is the Just Knit It shawl by Susan Ashcroft, and I have several of her shawls on my queue because they look beginner friendly, but it doesn't mean that they're not nice looking. They're just beautiful. I think she's a very talented designer, and I'm enjoying this. I'm using my knit.
And the nice thing about that shawl is that you can go as big as you want.
Yes,
or small as you want.
It can go. If I were to run out of yarn with this ball, I mean, this would be really small, but I could theoretically hook it together if I wanted to, or.
But more importantly, it's designed for fingering weights, right?
It's designed for whatever weight.
Yeah, but I mean, you started with the fingering weight, and then you were like, I'm going to do bulky weight. So now she can just go.
Yeah, I didn't.
Until it's big enough.
Yeah, because this is the shawl. This is the same shawl as the one I frogged, because I frogged it not because I didn't like the pattern. Obviously, I do like the pattern because I'm making another one, but it hurt my hands too much to do the smaller weight with the really small needles. So I went ahead and decided to make it a bigger one, and it's moving very quickly, and I'm enjoying it, and it's a nice weight yarn, shawl. Knit Pig size 10.5, and it's Yarn Bee Tender Touch yarn in the red velvet, which I believe is a bulky weight yarn. So I'm enjoying this immensely. It's soft and it's fun, and it makes me happy.
Heidi, I defeated your evil plot to confuse me. Mom and I together defeated it.
She's going to go back to her drawing board.
I know that you will come up with a new plan to confuse me, but I, with the combined efforts of Mom, will defeat you once again. Sorry, Heidi, I'm in such a funky mood right now.
Oh, Heidi can handle it. She can take the hit.
Okay, I need a cup of tea. That cracked me up. Okay.
We had some kind of
warning
pop up on our screen.
It's trying to tell me I'm in a demo version, but I own this thing. Let me... Video pad.
She's doing something I can't even see, you guys.
Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure it's not going to stop, recording on me or something like that. Oh, okay, this is the other program I use. I'll worry about that later. That's not going to affect my recording right now. I just want to make sure it wasn't kind of cut out on us and us be talking for 20 minutes.
Right.
Or more, and because we'd be all very disappointed if that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, if my editor decided not work, at least you would get an unedited video.
Right.
But that's okay. Alrighty, there we go. Ha-ha!
Ball of yarn. Ball of yarn.
Yes. And this is a very pretty...
Whatever that color is. I love that.
It's lovely. It's like, it's got depth to it, but it's tan, but
it's kind of like a goldy,
tanny, light
peachy.
browny, peachy.
I really like that.
I know. I wish I knew what it was.
Heidi, what is this? I like this color.
This isn't doing it justice.
No, it's not. I want to make an owl or something out of that.
I think Heidi shuddered.
I'll make a shawl out of it. It'd be pretty.
And by shawl, she means owl, Heidi.
It'll be called Owl. The owl shawl.
Or it'll be called shawl, and it'll be the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Anyway.
It's her fault.
Crack me up.
She's not too hard. She's cracked already.
Anyway. Really punchy today.
I can punch.
Okay. Next project. I actually made sure I finished a row.
Of?
Oh, I was about to continue.
Of?
A row. And I'm just going to leave it there.
You're just going to continue?
What? Sorry. This is my Silver Shed Panuka Needles bag of awesomeness / purse. This goes with me everywhere. This poor bag is going to be torn apart because that's what I do to bags, apparently. But it's doing it. It's really holding up against my everyday abuse very well. I hope it always stays in its lovely.
Will you show the project already?
I'm hugging my bag.
Yes, I know. You can hug your bag. This is a family-oriented program.
This is Bullfinch, the Sock Knitted Shawl by Bryony Bear K.F. Jones. And I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the colorway Bullfinch. And is it Cayenne? That's the other color?
Yes, I think so. Well, no, yours is persimmon, isn't it?
I don't think it's persimmon.
Is it cayenne?
Persimmon doesn't sound right.
It
doesn't say on there.
It should say on here.
It doesn't. Their colors don't.
Mine is juniper. I
can't remember what mine is. It's not persimmon though. Persimmon makes me think it's gonna be like green or something.
Pimiento? I forget what this is. I thought it was something. It might be cayenne.
Anyway, it's a lovely orangey reddy color. It matches my bag.
Mine matches my bag.
Aren't we all special?
I think so.
I am getting so close to being able to start that color.
It's pretty.
It is growing.
Very pretty.
Isn't that lovely? I love this shawl.
She's very talented.
Even though it has taken me forever, because not Kay's fault. This is my working on when I'm out and about shawl, so it gets worked on when I'm able to work on it. I don't usually work on this at home. But yes, I love this shawl. I cannot wait to own it in its fullness.
Okay. This is in my Ploverbird owl bag that Davina gave me a couple of years ago.
Let's pause 1 second. I want to pour my next cup of tea.
All right.
I'm now drinking blackberry and elderflower.
Elderflower?
Yes, that too.
Elmer Fudd?
Yes, I'm drinking Elmer Fudd.
Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season. Anyway.
What is it? It's Soylent Green.
What?
Because I'm drinking Elmer Fudd.
You're gross. Okay, this is my Ploverbird owl bag, which I absolutely love this bag. Davina gave it to me for Christmas a couple of years back.
We can't speak today.
Keep that away from my bag and keep my sweater. You want to spill on your own project.
Oh gosh.
I'm getting really close to starting the edging on my Yowza What a Skein project. This is in the Pangea colorway.
This needs to be called Giggle Fit.
It's my Lothlorien shawl, from the Yowza Way It Shawl 3 pattern by Susan B. Anderson. And I am using Chai-Gu US 8s, my Chai-Gu Reds. And I'm in the middle of a row.
You are?
I'm not even in the middle. I'm kind of...
You're like lopsided.
So
drink a tea.
I'm not sure where I'm at just yet, but I'm really close to starting the border. I was having a hard time knitting last night, so I just stopped.
It was really, really lovely.
I love this colorway, and I love this shawl. As witnessed by the fact that I have another one on the needles. I just haven't worked on it in a while. So
is that one I need to fix, or is it just you haven't worked on it?
I just haven't worked on it. I haven't had the time or the inclination. I've been kind of tired, and with the holidays and my husband's schedule being a little strange for the last week or so, I haven't had a whole lot of time to do this, and I've also been singularly unable to focus. So sometimes I just sit there, But it matches my bag, and I love it, and I look forward to working. It does match my bag.
Okay, it matches your bag.
It does. Match my bag. Eyes checked. Just I had to go get my glasses.
So who needs their eyes checked?
Glasses. Oh, I've had my eyes checked.
Need their eyes adjusted?
I don't need my eyes adjusted. They're perfectly fine. As long as I'm not trying to read something too far away. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
I don't remember talking about too many people today.
No, we've just been kind of all over the place. We've been selfish today. So,
all over the map is what we should call it.
Yeah, could you write that down? K-Fu.
Rockets.
Where'd it go?
All over the map, and we do not, in fact, even have a map. So...
It's somewhere.
Bag.
Yes. I was sitting here like, why are you singing that song?
I've only done this 50,000 times.
I need another drink of tea. Good heavens.
Lush.
Need a little...
A little
Okay.
medicinal.
Yes.
Put some Dayquil in there.
Well, you want to see me out with a mixture of Dayquil and Mucinex.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were taking Claritin.
That's what I meant. Mucinex is something else. Although it would help with the congestion. Mucinex is awesome. Not that I know from personal knowledge, I know from patients.
Sure.
Anyway. Starry Starry Nights, which
Very
is a Starry
pretty.
Night pattern by Agnes Kotas-Karetzes. I'm using dragonfly fibers in the base damsel in the colorway Starry Night. I am so close. I have about 19 rows left. The thing is that they keep getting longer.
So really, she has 38 rows.
Well, no, it's still 19 rows.
38 rows. I stick to that.
I'm not sure where she got the number 38 from, but okay.
Just say yes. I could say 42 because that's the answer to everything
So.
in the universe.
Oh, actually, the bottom lace pattern is showing a little bit.
Where's the bottom? Okay, here we go. Can you see it?
That top lace pattern really shows.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
So.
Love the way that yarn
This is
works
for a
with it.
coworker who doesn't know she's getting this. I've mentioned this before, but she has Starry Night on her badge, and she has it on her Dance Goes shoes for work. She just really loves painting.
I forgot to put the thing out for Daddy.
Oops.
It was a bunny.
Bunny. He's not going to be back in time.
Unless he gets out early.
In which case,
Oops.
There's a bunny.
I just had to. I preempted it with tea.
So, yes, I do love this shawl. It's just that I had to have a period of somewhat focus. I think I'm heading into a wrong side row. I usually try to... I actually worked on this when we were watching that movie. The one with Redford.
Oh, yeah.
The one with
Jeremiah
the
Johnson.
Yeah, the
Jeremiah
one with Mountain
Johnson.
Man.
That's a good movie. Jeremiah Johnson.
It's a sad movie.
It is. It is a sad movie. It's a little bit violent, but it's a good movie.
He was nice looking when he was younger.
Yes, he was.
I've always seen him in movies when he's older. I didn't
Well, no,
realize.
you saw him in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Yes, you did.
I've never seen Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Yes, you have. You may not remember it, but you have, because we watched it as family.
I've never seen Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Yes, you have.
But he was nice looking as a young man.
Yes, he was. Everybody, it was, when I was growing up, and I'm dating myself, Robert Redford and Paul Newman were everything. It was like, yeah.
But, yes, that was what
And Burt
we're
Reynolds.
here. We've been watching Burt Reynolds in Gunsmoke. This is.
I liked him
think
better
that
in Gunsmoke
Mm-hmm.
than in later things like Smokey and the Bandit and stuff like that.
He's young in Gunsmoke.
Yes, he is.
Anyway,
we digress.
yes. This has gotten some work on it. At least a couple rows, I think.
Couple rows?
Well, it's a long shawl.
Yes, it is.
I look forward to seeing it off the needles because then I get to start mine. Because I will cast that one right away. That's really freaky. Don't do that again. Batman's gonna fly.
Flying
Night, Batman.
Batman does not fly, he swings.
He well sometimes he'll spread out the cape and
He's a
he'll
monkey. He glides. He doesn't
he'll
fly.
glide.
He glides. Alright, in my... This is a project that wasn't on the needles. I just put it on today because I couldn't get the cast on. I finally said I'm going to do the cast on I like to do, which is the long tail cast on, because it was not working and I wanted to do it. So,
Do you have the book?
yes, I do. It's right here. I don't know if you all remember, I got this book for Christmas. It's my classic knitting book.
And I think it's actually going to be, these kind of patterns would be really good for Mom, I think, because sometimes working the round hurts her hand, when because she has to, she tried it with magic looping just before and it hurt her. And I think that these kind of patterns might actually be the saving grace for her hand.
I hope so. This is the pattern I'm doing, not the bear. My husband thought I was doing the bear.
And he's very impressed.
Yes, that hat. It's a baby hat, and it's it's done flat.
But in one piece.
In one piece, flat, and I'm not quite sure how it's a DK weight yarn and US 3s. And I know I just frogged a project with US 3s, but this is such a small project that I think I'll be okay. So I haven't done much on it.
She doesn't have to be consistent.
No, I don't do consistency. But I cast it on and did one row just before we got on the podcast. This is Yarn Bee, Baby Bee. It's the same.
Baby Bee is so good for baby hats, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It has so many different colors. That's actually the only yarn I really pick up at Hobby Lobby anymore, is I go right to the Baby Bee.
Well, this is DK weight. This is what I'm using for my Twister the Turtle shell, the top part of the shell. And I've only done one row here. It's a row of knit purl.
And you're going to love how it turns out, because really, Baby Bee is so much fun to work with baby hats.
This cable is probably a little too big for this, but I didn't want to use Knit Picks because my Knit Picks Harmonies, I got the needles confused with the yarn because it's multicolored. So you can see here, this is only the first row, so it's not, you know, there's not much to show. But I enjoy it. I did decide, I'm hoping that it won't make too much difference that I changed the cast on, but it was just, even Talia was trying to get me started on it. She was having trouble with the cast on, so we just used this one. It'd be a little different. That's okay. It's a baby hat.
It had enough stitches that I was like, you're not going to want to do this cable cast on for that many stitches.
No. So I really already like the way the pattern is going to show up. I can see kind of how it's going to work up. I've never knitted with this before. I've only crocheted with it. So I'm looking forward to seeing the hat as it progresses, and hopefully, and you can see that. I was wondering, you know, when I first told Taya my stitches, she was like, that's a lot of stitches. I said, well, it's going to be joined, and you can see that's how big it's going to be, you know, and that's a little baby hat. So that's kind of neat. See, Taya, look.
That's cute.
Yeah, and it'll stretch, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm using US 3s for this on my Chai-Goos, and it's in my Kikiboo bag that Denise gifted me this past year for the autism awareness very graciously, and I love it. I do my baby hats and things in here. So that's that. Do you have another one?
Yes. Let me just get beyond like the first two stitches so it doesn't fall off my
And Denise has another one up, another podcast up, a knitting version one. So
a knitting version one?
well, you know, it's not one of her Beachbody ones.
Oh, okay.
I already told you about it.
Oh, okay.
It's a fairly new one. I keep looking for them because I'm not doing the Beachbody stuff. I look for her knitting ones, but if you are interested, she's doing really well with that.
Mm-hmm.
But for those of you who are interested in her knitting ones, she had a new one go up, I think, about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, maybe.
I'm not sure if it was as much as 3 weeks.
It might not have been. It might even have been after Christmas. It might have been New Year's one. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you're interested
Yeah,
in that.
because I don't think she podcasted any knitting ones prior to the new year.
I think you're right. So if you're interested in that, Denise has a new one up.
Hey, I think this pulls in that kind of goldy color on that green.
It's your turn.
Yeah. So my next one I'm going to talk about.
That will work nicely.
Already talked about that one. Oh, in my Silver Shed nursing caps bag, and it's my, I think that's a large.
Yeah, I think no, it's an extra large.
It's an extra large. I think you're right.
Because I think my
I get mixed up with their sizes sometimes.
I think this is a large.
Because a lot of times I only use the XX large, but I wanted the fabric, and she didn't have XX large in this. But I really, 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 really wanted this fabric. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't resist. I love this fabric. Apparently I'm going to hug all my Silver Shed bags because that's in the middle.
That's what happened with this one. I wanted it, and all I had it was that size. That's a large.
Yeah. Okay, so this must be extra large.
Yeah. Because medium's a little small. I think the medium, I have a medium of hers, I think. I think that's actually what our little caterpillars are medium.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But this is Reckless Rainbow, which is the Journey to Atlantis. Patterns by Laura Smoots.
Oh, I didn't know you worked on that this week.
Oh, yeah. I usually work on it at night. And I'm using Miss Babs Yazawada Skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless.
Oh, wow. That's turning out bright.
It is very bright.
It reminds me of Mexico.
It's very different. Yes, it does remind me of Mexico. It is...
Piñatas.
It makes me think of something like, kind of that similar, you know, like dress Grandma gave me.
Oh no, that's yellow.
No, I think
That's yellow and black.
It is, but it's just the flavor. It's that same very Mexican-y flavor.
I guess no.
It makes me think of that.
That makes me think of piñatas and Mexico and.
Although Grandma would say no, it's Colombian, the dress.
Yes, but it's not that either. I think it's California.
But anyway,
Massachusetts or something. Oh, that is pretty though.
This is very pretty. I probably will not keep this. I'll probably put it in my gift bag area for, whatever. It might end up to Miss Thing, or it might, just until I find someone to give it to. Because these aren't really my colors, but they're fun to work.
Aren't they beautiful? Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous.
You can't really tell. The lace isn't showing up as well as it could on the camera. There, just a little bit.
Is this a design thing here? Is it like
That's the garters tab.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I got it. That's the one I tried by myself. That I got confused with the cable cast on.
So there we go. This is quite a fun pattern. I'm enjoying it.
Very pretty.
This is one of those ones where, sometimes when you get a colorway and it ends up very different the next time around, this is what this is. Because the one that I have my blanket of Perfectly Reckless, the little mini skein.
Don't you have it here?
Yeah, hold on. Here it is.
Yeah. So that's more red, brick red.
This one's more yellow. This is the one that made me want to buy the yarn. Doesn't even look the same.
And that happens even in...
Oh, and I'm not mad about it.
No, it's so pretty.
But it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah, it happens even in the bigger indie dyers, and sometimes, I got that one yarn I won from Emily, and when I went to buy another one, they didn't have it. It was completely different. It was like totally the opposite end of the color spectrum.
Right. So, it's still very pretty. It's just not what I expected when I picked up Perfectly Reckless. I expected more of what was in my mini skein.
Right. And she may have changed the color skein, or maybe that was a babette or something.
Yeah. You always take a chance when you buy a indie yarn.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's part of the fun of it.
It is, and I'm not disappointed. Her yarn is so fun to work with.
Yeah. Okay, my last whip. This one, a lot of you who've been watching for any length of time know that I've been having difficulty with my hands. It was getting better, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to work on my design in progress. And that's what's in here, my Silver Shed large bag, my ER bag, which I love. But I am finding that anything that I crochet, God bless you, that's more than single crochet with a little double here and there is really hurting my hands. It
actually ruins crafting for her.
I haven't crafted much. That's one of the reasons I didn't craft until yesterday. I kind of skipped a couple of days because this hand here, it was swelling after I crocheted.
Oh, this was the one that was swelling.
No, this is the one that swells. Okay. It was swelling up, and
that's right, there is one that swells.
So, and it's been hurting. So I stopped crocheting. I think what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to knit, and I'm going to do Talia's toys and finish that stocking maybe. And then, so what my question, I guess the question is that what I want to know from you, what I want you to weigh in on is, this is my design in progress, and it's not a fantastic design or anything. This has two of Heidi's MC and merino cashmere nylon, I think it is.
Yeah.
Skeins of yarn. I was doing a design before I hurt my hand, and I had to stop, and then I picked it up again. And I'm just wondering if I should tear this out and make something else, or if I should try to finish it.
I think you should tear it out and reclaim the yarn, because it's hurting your hand and you aren't quite happy with the shape.
I'm not quite happy with the shape, but that's the... So Heidi, I was trying to design something with this, but I don't know if I should just go ahead and tear it out and either try to design it something else. You haven't seen the pattern, but...
The center pattern is really pretty. The shape kind of didn't turn out what you wanted.
Yeah, the bottom
kind of looks like a uterus.
Talia. I mean, it's plenty big, and I have this much yarn left, but it seems to be going on forever. I can't get past one row without my hand
No, it's hurting her so much.
And so I don't know if I should just go ahead and pull it out and try something else.
I think you should try to, if you really want to design something with it, you should try to design something knitted with it.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I don't know how to do this. Heidi, if I put these two yarns together and wind it together on a ball winder or, cake maker, will it ply together? Mm-mm. Okay, it won't. So, okay. I think it would be really pretty that way, but I don't know how to ply. So,
I know how to ply, but I don't do it very well.
Yeah. So I don't, just kind of weigh in for me. I know what I probably should do, but I'd like to hear from you guys.
I don't think you should hurt your hand if you're not happy with it, if you're not completely happy with it, and you...
I just kind of feel, this is going to sound funny, I feel like I'm letting Heidi down.
I don't think Heidi would feel like you're letting her down. And if you really feel like you...
I did so much work on this, but I don't know if finishing it is going to hurt me more than... I can't get through the top of this without hurting my hand.
That's not worth it.
I made the mistake of trying to rough it through two, and it hurt, and I just couldn't do anything for a couple of days.
And it ruined you for a couple of days.
So, yeah, just kind of tell me what you think. If I should go ahead and frog it, if I should, reclaim the yarn.
I think you should reclaim the yarn. If you really feel like you want to design something with it, maybe design something knitted. You've already shown a great propensity for seeing things knitted in your head. Save it for that.
So weigh in. I have Talia's advice, I know, and I usually weigh that very heavily, but I just like to know what you think. Okay?
I'm very vocal about my advice, so if you guys want to be a little gentler and be like, no.
I don't think anybody's going to tell me no, but I want to see what they say.
Yeah.
I want them to be honest. Okay? It's kind of, the reason I'm torn is because it's my first design, and because it's Heidi's yarn, and she gave me the yarn, one of the skeins of yarn. So, okay, so that's that. Do you have any FOs?
I do.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I finished this the day we podcast, right after the podcast. This is, or these are, I guess, the Fire Gold Mitts, the Irish Hiking Scarf Arm Warmers by Delia Rauch-Lockian, using Undead yarn in the colorway Horns. This is so soft. Do you see how soft that is coming on, Mom?
She's not getting this one back.
Yes, I am.
Mine.
I've been wearing this the past couple days.
These are gorgeous.
It's a really pretty colorway, and it feels really soft going on.
This is her new base, right?
Yes, this is her new DK base.
Yeah, this is not what I'm making mine out of. I'm using her baddie base.
This one, oh,
this is nice.
She told me what the base was. It's in my project page.
Oh, yeah, it was,
because it's a brand new base. And I can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah.
But her new DK is really awesome. It's really soft. It's a joy to work with.
Yeah, she's picked up some good new bases. I love her baddie base too. It's very, very nice to work with.
So look at that. Detail shows up really nicely.
Look at her dye job on that. I mean, isn't that gorgeous?
And this is right up my color scheme.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
If you want to, dye more things like this, Heidi,
Heidi, peacock.
I want to eventually pick up like a Smog's Treasure in this kind of weight, or a worsted weight.
I'd like some of that gold that she made. That gold that we have.
I wonder if that's Smog's Treasure, Mom.
It might be.
Smog's kind of a golden
Heidi,
color.
you need to tell me what this is so I can have it.
That might be Smog's Treasure.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one that's really nice? There's Smog's Treasure, and the other one I really like. It's kind of an orangey one. It's another Lord of the Rings reference, I think. I can't remember.
I had the dragon one or whatever it was. I have one of her colorways like that. I forget what it is, but it's in fingering.
But I've been eyeballing Smog's Treasure for a while. I just haven't picked it up.
Now
because it's not in the right weight.
I may be destashing a fair amount of my yarn because I'm going to be cutting back on the smaller yarns. I'm going to keep fingering weight because a lot of the shawls, like K shawl and stuff like that, use fingering weight. But I feel if I'm not using it, it stresses me out to have it there just sitting when somebody else could use it. So I may be, keep an eye out, I may be destashing some yarns, I may be destashing some bags because I want to pick up some other bags. Well, I want more Ann bags.
Yes.
I want a Tootsie Pop bag.
Oh, that Tootsie Pop bag. But you don't want to tell people about Tootsie Pop bags.
I want it. I want it.
She wants a Tootsie Pop bag. Don't steal all the bags.
Don't steal the bag. They have, and she has an inside-out bag that's really cute too. the reference to the movie Inside Out that Heidi had mentioned on her podcast, how it would be helpful for children with emotional difficulties and things like that. But anyway, I digress.
That's all my finish off.
Okay, I have one as well, but first when my hands were hurting, I skated up some yarn, or, for more dyeing, some of the yarn that I got for Christmas. And then I did some dyeing.
Mom, I'm going to pause one second. I do need tissue.
Okay. So I always keep my dyeing in here, so which one should I show first?
Oh, either one. They're both beautiful.
Okay. This one, I managed to get my lighter colors. I actually did kind of a pot silky kind of thing on this. This was yarn colorway that I used before, color I used in dyeing before. And the funny thing is, I used all these colors, and they turned out, the way they exhausted was completely different. This light is a teal. Originally was a teal. This is blue, originally, before the exhaustion. And this is the green, this is Wilton dye, and that's the green. And the green is very, very strong.
The green is strong with this one.
Yes, the green is strong with it. I actually like this a lot. It's not usually my, it's my colors, but it's not usually my, I don't know what you would call it. It's not shade. It's not my, there's not enough depth of color in it for me normally, but I like this. It's very restful. I like this a lot. So that's that one.
It'll make a very pretty square. Thank you.
This one is red, yellow, and black.
Yes.
And it's an oops because I had to leave it wait in the microwave while we were eating dinner. After it was done, it was cooling in the microwave, and it condensed it condensed, so the color that was not in the jar with the dye bath was on the plate, and so some of the black got on the yellow. So I have to figure out a way.
Actually, some of the yellow got on the red too.
Did it?
It's really pretty the way it ended up.
Well, that was meant to be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, you can see with the spots here on the yellow. So it should work up really neat when
Is this
what? There might be a little white there.
Yeah.
Kind of a lemon yellow white.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm working on it. I like the way the colors turned out. Some of my dyeing method still needs work, but I got the black.
Yes, you did.
And the red.
Actually, I kind of like the little spots of black.
Yeah. I can do that if I need to. I can use a brush or something.
Yeah.
So I like this one a lot too. I do enjoy doing the dyeing, and I make a mess in the kitchen, but that's okay. And I prefer to do this than work with powders. I like working with the food coloring and the Wilton cake dyes and things like that. It's I don't have to worry about masks and things. It's just as color. Stop it. It's just as color fast as the other dyes. I washed this 2 or 3 times in soap. Stop it, you creepy person.
She's a nice vein.
And it still has the color. It bleeds a little bit still, but not a whole lot. I told Talia to be careful with this because it does bleed a little still, but I maybe not putting enough vinegar in it. So
putting more vinegar in would help with that?
Yeah, my understanding is it will. I've got to read up on my books and watch my discs, but I'm enjoying this immensely. It makes me happy.
It makes me happy too.
So that's that. Okay, so that takes care of the FOs. What's next?
Next would be royalties.
Oh, my bag that I showed you, the red Mickey Mouse bag that's already over there. That's my Turbo Knitter bag, which I love.
But that's not a royalty.
No.
Not for this week anyway. Okay, so first the joint royalty, I guess.
Your yarn was a royalty.
Yes, it was.
Oh yes, this is something that we got from Laura Smoot.
Yes,
from Lord.
This is the Crimson Chalice. It's actually a trilogy, which is the Crimson Chalice, the Circle of the Gods, and the Mortal Wound.
I can't wait to start reading that. It's gonna be fun.
I haven't started reading it yet.
Yeah, she's gonna read it first because I'm reading something else. I'm gonna wear my glasses for that. I didn't get to see the reading. Card.
Oh yeah, I kind of hogged that, didn't I? Oh hey, it comes with a little mappy in it.
Oh, I like it when they have maps. World building. Blah.
But this is...
It smells like an old book. It's awesome.
I can't smell the old book smell right now, which kind of depresses me, but it feels like an old book. You know, when you open a book and it feels soft.
Yeah, and it crinkles. And
yeah, it's just... It makes me happy. I like...
books.
Because sometimes with a crisper new book, it doesn't have that nice...
You have to break it in.
You can feel the binding break a little bit when you move it. This, it's already a nice soft... This was a loved book.
Yes.
Like, it makes me think of the Velveteen Rabbit. You know, it's so loved it becomes real.
Yes. She thinks the book is going to become real.
Yes, apparently.
Ink.
I loved that book as a child, Velveteen Rabbit. Yeah. I was convinced my bunny that I loved growing up was going to be real. I still have that bunny. My obsession with bunnies began very early. But yes, this is an Arthurian tale. It's set in Roman Britain. And so it has Arthur called Arturo. And
that's Spanish. I guess that's all.
It's one of the possible names for Arthur.
Right. Well, yeah, absolutely.
And Guinevere. So for Guinevere. Author is Victor Channing. So I'm sorry, Canning.
That's really good. Well, thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you very much, Laura.
I told her that Davina might want to read it as well after we're done.
Yeah.
See if we can get her interested in it.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to get her interested in non-teeny bopper books.
Yeah.
So, putting it back in its
Bubble wrap.
Special wrapping.
Bubble wrap.
Do you have any whoopsie royalties?
Yeah. Well, the first one is another joint royalty. Actually, Ty bought it for me, but it's not really mine. Look, Dan. Obi-Wan Knitter.
Make sure you write the name down.
Yes, I already have it down.
Oh, Mom. I didn't see the back. Remember R2 had a... I think there's a shot where R2 sort of looking around a corner in the old movies.
Yes, there is. I love Star Wars, and I don't want to do any spoilers because that would be bad.
Yes.
I love this picture because look how young Carrie Fisher is in his.
I love the pictures that are floating around Facebook with the young cast where Han, Luke, and Leia are sitting on the couch poking at the candy.
With the candy. They're all sticking their fingers in the candy.
So no one else can have it because they all stuck their fingers in it.
Nobody else is there. They don't care. There's a whole bunch of really cool pictures in here, old and new. And I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I'm trying to find a picture that I think it's in here. It might have been on the internet. There's a picture, and it's pretty. There's R2 and
BB-8.
BB-8. Mary did a really cute BB-8 from a Gurumi.
Yeah, toy.
Let's see here.
R2's still my favorite BB-8.
Oh,
it's
me
pretty
too.
cute.
I love R2. Let's see here. I'm trying to find. It might have been on the internet, but excuse me. It's a picture of Luke and Leia, and he. Let me see. I don't think it's in here. He is playing with her hair.
That's on the internet.
Okay. He's just doing this with her hair. And it's such a cute little. It kind of reminds me of brother sister kind of thing. Because he wasn't that much older than Carrie Fisher, so that's one of them.
And she has this look on her face where she's sort of like typical sister look.
Now, did you have another?
I do. I have a couple other.
I had my needles that I showed you earlier.
So, Vleer, you suggested something on my blog.
Valeria's fault.
We now have Franciscan Gypsy Designs bookmarks. This is the first one, just trialing it. And in the back is the shop information. So, alternative business cards. These will probably be going out in prize packages.
And they're probably coming with us when we go to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But I need to stick this in one of the books I'm reading. Just because.
And she hasn't given me one yet, so.
Here.
Thank you.
These just arrived today.
She's been hogging them.
For all of like an hour or two.
She's been hogging them.
So, it just seemed appropriate that the first bookmark be Cyrano the Bookworm.
Next one should be York, because he's the one who's the editor.
Yes. I know that Blair also suggested Oops.
Well, Oops would be third.
Yes. So, this will be the first one. I'll probably mostly have the bookworm ones for like the festivals for the first time, and if they're really popular, then I'll try some of the other ones. Or if you guys really like these, let me know, because I actually like them as an alternative to business cards. They're unique. A lot of people read.
Mm-hmm. We read books.
We know
books.
books.
No. What did he say? He mentioned
Treasure Island, Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah. The reference is Never Ending Story.
Yes. I think he said Lord of the Rings as well.
He might have, yeah.
Love Never Ending Story. I didn't like the book as much for Never Ending Story.
Well, the book goes right into the second. That goes into the second part, and I didn't like the second part.
No,
as
I
much,
didn't.
But
yeah. But I love the movie for Never Ending Story. Oh, and the big old luck dragon that
I love
was
him.
so. What was that? 80s.
Yeah.
It was 80s technology, so it really didn't. It was jerky but it was so cute.
It was cute. And the sphinxes were pretty cool.
Those were cool.
Those were cool.
Those were really cool.
Yeah, you didn't mess with the sphinxes. You better know your aunt. I used to like Arturo. He was Arturo.
Atreyu.
Atreyu. I always want to say Arturo. Yeah. Atreyu.
Atreyu, and what was his horse's name? Artak.
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 Artax.
Artak.
I thought it X.
Maybe not Artax.
And then there was the snail and the bat.
They
rock
slipped
trolls.
through my fingers.
They look like such strong,
capable hands.
Yeah, you can tell we like the movie.
Because there was a snail and the man with the hat.
And the bat.
And the Batman. The man with the big ears.
It was a bat.
There was a bat, but there was also a man. I'm not sure if he chewed rocks or no, the little guy. Because there was a guy who rode the snail who had the big hat.
Yeah.
Then there was the guy who kind of had like a witchy voice.
I don't remember him as well.
I'm not sure if the bat was his or.
Yeah, I kind of remember, but I don't.
I need to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Because there were several of them.
There were like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's 5 of them, including the rock guy.
Yeah. And then there was that wolf, or what's
the nothing.
No, the wolf. The wolf was going to get eaten by the nothing too, because he was chained there waiting for the nothing. He said, you failed, and we're, the nothing. He wasn't the nothing. The wolf wasn't the nothing.
Yeah, but he was the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Good movie. I love that little, particularly the rock troll.
Yeah.
Did they call him a troll? I don't know. Anyway.
It was a rock something or other. So anyway.
Big capable hands.
Yeah. Now my other.
Sorry, that was a huge digression.
My other royalty is a container that was for powdered drink mix that my husband uses. And what he did was my yarn kept bouncing across the floor, and I said, well, maybe I can get a yarn bowl or something. He said, why bother with that? He said, I'll make you something. So I put a hole in the top, and it works really well. I think even bulky yarn will go through this okay. Smells good.
You still have dye under your fingernails.
I know. You can still smell the powder. So I put my yarn in here, and it makes my yarn smell good. Because he washed it out for me. He went downstairs and put a hole in it. He was going to make it a little bigger, but he said it was really hard on the bit. So, because this plastic is tougher than you think.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I could even have done this without the top. It's not going to go out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I have this now. And as a royalty, that was unexpected. So, that's that. It was nice of him.
Okay, next one is my Miss Babs came in that I am going to be using for my shawl, that draping.
What color is that again? Oh, yeah. That's the, okay.
It's several skeins, but I'm only going to show you one because it's all the same color. I wish I brought the red that I'm going to use.
That's
for the center.
For the brioche. Oh, no. Oh, this is for the outside of it.
Yeah, this is for the outside.
Oh, that's pretty. It's kind of an aqua. Sky blue aqua.
And I'm going to have for my center a red. Yeah, and the color, this is Tarte. I've never used this particular base.
I have Tarte up there for Berlin.
And the color is electric turquoise.
Very pretty.
So, I'm quite excited. And I have a bunch of red finger weights that I can use for the center.
We love Miss Babs.
Yes, we do. That was part of my Christmas gift.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any more?
No.
Okay, I have one. Okay, first, this is for the pregnancy center. This is from... Oh, actually, this is for you guys.
Yeah, this is the sock blanket I was telling you about. This is from Christina.
Yes.
Mama C.
I think I have it backwards.
I've never used the sock blanket. I'm assuming that you work from each side.
Oh, this is different.
Because this one looks like it's for 2 at a time socks or something.
Yeah.
So you can see the colors are gorgeous.
They're very pretty.
This is Flat Feet from Conjoined Creations. Flat Feet. Watch your own unique color pattern unfold with every stitch. Knit directly from the flat machine washable. Okay.
So there you go. Very pretty, and it's
Very, very pretty. US 3 needles is what they suggest. I've never used a sock blanket, so I
Me
don't know
either.
how they work, but it looks really... It looks like this one. Sometimes I look at them, I'm like, how is that going to work out? I don't think I'm going to like that. But this one actually looks like it's going to work out pretty. Very, very nice. Thank you for your generous donation, Christina.
Yes, and other donations from Christina. This is not for the podcast. This is for
Oh yeah,
babies.
this is so cute.
I love
Look at these little baby feet. Different baby feet. They're so cute. Oh, look at... I think that whole thing should go as a set because they're all the same color.
Well, there's 4.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah.
they can grow from the little...
Oh, I
teeny
guess they
ones.
are little teeny and
Yeah.
then little biggie.
Yeah, a little bigger.
But that's up to the people who give them away.
Look at these little baby booties.
They're so adorable.
Baby booties.
It makes me want to knit baby
Now, see,
booties.
this hat reminds me of the one I'm going to be making.
Yes.
I don't know if she made this flat or in the round. It looks like she probably made it in the round. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it's in the round.
But it's a beautiful little set.
Yes, look at
Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you for your generosity,
Thank you
Christina.
so much.
The babies and the parents will really, really appreciate it. I think this probably goes to the pregnancy center because the booties won't go.
Yeah.
Unless Christina had specified.
No, she
I
didn't
think she did.
specify. Continuing on, Christina sent me a bunch of mini skeins. We did a trade. I'm sending her hers now that I'm not quite as sniffly. And I had to wind up all my fingering weight that I was going to send her. But these are worsted DK, and there is so much in here. I can't even show you all. You'll see them as they pop up, but this one's really pretty.
That is pretty.
It's got depth to it. So I look forward to breaking my way into these. Ooh,
Oh, I like that.
pretty. There's just so many pretties in here. And you'll see them as they pop up.
Yay.
So thank you very, very much. It's 2 bags full. It's amazing.
Not 3 bags full. Oh, was it, I can't remember the beginning of it, but they go, 3 bags full, yes sir, 3 bags full.
Oh. Yeah, I know the thing.
I used to know it when I homeschooled, but I'd forgotten. I just haven't had to use it.
I don't remember.
It's a nursery rhyme about Baba Black Sheep, have any wool?
Wool,
Yes sir, 3 bags full. One for the, oh, I can't remember. I get it mixed up now. It's been so long since I've had to do that. Okay, we did the Crimson Chalice. Okay, autobiography. I did do some writing to the shared story. Not a whole lot, about 215, 220 words. Blocked some things out. A lot of my writing was for an article that we had to do jointly for something else, and we finished that, and that's gone. And I prompted, I'm still in the middle of prompting for my percolator group, my writing group. So I'm sending out prompts every day. I finished that on Saturday.
I've been still reading Mary Queen of Scots and the Murder of Lord Darnley. A little over halfway through, I think. She's been kidnapped, and she's marrying her kidnapper because she is afraid of having, she might be pregnant, or that there could be possibility because she's in his clutches, and she can't really escape. No one's going to rescue her. She's really a tragic figure. I mean, not that she was necessarily the smartest in the way she handled things, but just a lot of tragedy all at one time. She wasn't very old. She was actually quite young, and didn't necessarily have the best coping mechanisms, either because there was, mostly because everything was hitting her at once, but also I'm not sure that
Nobody was willing to help her.
yeah. And you know, an Elizabeth might have been able to handle it because she's just a very strong person. I'm not sure if Mary was quite as strong naturally. Right. And then have everything thrown at her at once. I mean, several people she was, even though her husband was, Lord Darnley was basically a jerk who caused the murder of someone she's very close to, and said horrible things to her and was constantly trying to overthrow her. It was still quite a shock when he was murdered as well, very close to the murder that he caused to happen, the person that she was close to. So 2 murders of people that she was very close to within short succession, and, you know, just the country in turmoil. She's had a lot of things happen to her.
Match.
And it within a short time span. Plus this kidnapping and rape, it was just very difficult for her. And she was very sick, almost died with the birth of her son. So this poor lady just went through it. Even if she was, maybe she wasn't the most stellar queen, but she had a horrible life, really.
Well, it was a difficult life.
Yes.
A difficult life.
And her difficulties are not anywhere near over.
No.
She dies in prison.
Okay, I read, I'm still reading The Sword by Brian M. Lithman, which is the first of the series of 3. And it's gotten better. I mean, it was not a bad read to begin with, but I was having a hard time getting into the style of it. Now it's picking up, so that's good. I like when it's not like the other set I was reading, which I want to get through this set first so I can get back to the other set. But I am enjoying it. I am now finally being able to grasp on some characters, which is, for me, plot is important, but characters even more important. I have to be able to identify or like somebody in the novel. If I don't,
doesn't even have to be the main character.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes it isn't. A lot of times it isn't. It's somebody else. So, but it's moving along quite well now. So I'm enjoying that very, very much.
I have been reading Agatha Christie, rereading Agatha Christie, her Poirot novels. I started rereading them after the awesome book that I was gifted by one of our members about the history of, it's kind of a history of murder, but it's more of a history of the English obsession with murder novels. Yeah. And it goes into bits the history of detective, the development of the police force, several different murders.
I actually had that on my wish list.
Oh, it's an amazing book. But it got me wanting to reread some of my Agatha Christie's. I've been reading Agatha Christie since I was like 10 or 11, starting with Hercule Poirot's Christmas, which I haven't read in years and I need to reread. But I am reading the second Hercule Poirot novel. I finished Mysterious Ferret Styles. I'm now reading Murder on the Links, which is very good. I actually prefer her style to Conan Doyle's, even though his are very good
I love
too.
Conan Doyle.
I just prefer her writing style.
I love Conan Doyle. I love both.
Partially, I also like Hercule Poirot better than Sherlock.
Yeah, well, I like them both. They're different.
They're different.
They're different. To me, there are 3 main, with a possible 4th. There's Poirot. There's Holmes. There's Father Brown, who's Chesterton, and then you have on the other, the last one, who's kind of on the outside, is Brother Cadfael.
Yeah, I've never read Brother Cadfael.
He's hard to get into the novels. I got hooked on him when we lived in England, and it was a series. And I told my sister about it when I came back to the States. We were moving back to the States, and she was working full time, no kids or anything like that. And she bought me a whole set of the books. No, not the books. Yeah, the books. She bought me the books, and then my husband bought me a few years back the movies. So the show that got me hooked on it. I love Brother Cadfael.
Now I know that some people really like Nero Wolfe to go into.
I haven't got into that yet.
I tried reading Nero Wolfe. I couldn't quite get into him.
Yeah, for Agatha Christie, I love Poirot, and I like Mrs. Oliver.
Yes.
She's pretty funny. Miss Marple's pretty good too.
I'm not a big Miss Marple fan.
I haven't gotten into her enough.
I think she's like Jessica Fletcher, who
I don't know.
From Murder She Wrote, who murders all her people.
I tried to
Because randomly she runs into
I tried
murders.
to see how I felt about her by watching the movies, and I couldn't get past it because it had God's name vain in almost every episode.
But that's not in the books. It's just...
Yeah, so I'm going to have to try to read it.
Miss Marple's is not a character I'm as fond of. I prefer Poirot.
I love Poirot. Poirot's my favorite in terms of...
Poirot? Your pronunciation sounds like Jap.
Poirot, not Poirot.
Although he says... How does Jap say it?
Poirot or something
Poirot.
Like that.
He says it really weird in the show.
Yeah. But anyway, I love that. But I also, apparently, I've forgotten how much I like vintage spy movies and things. We saw The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I absolutely loved. And then that made me want to, I was looking for something to watch while I do physical therapy, because I have to keep up my physical therapy at home. So I do my workout and I do my physical therapy, and I put in a movie. So I brought out my Avengers, the ones with Diana Rigg, and I forget what his name is. And so I just started that today. I have the whole, it's like every Emma Peel episode that ever was done. It's like 36 episodes or something like that. It's a whole ton of episodes.
Wait, she wasn't in all of them?
No,
I've never watched.
She was the first one, I believe. I think she was the first one. And there was Honor Blackman was one of them, and there's another girl, I forget her name. And Honor Blackman was a Bond girl.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, my favorite is Emma Peel. Hell, Emma Peel was a Bond girl too. She was the Bond girl who married James Bond.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that was not a very good move for her.
yeah, she kind of, no spoiler alerts. Anyway, so I'm enjoying that. I really like, I like mysteries. I'm pretty eclectic. I like mysteries. I like spy thrillers. I like suspense. I'm not a big fan of horror. I like fantasy. Almost anything that's clean, I like. So I started with that.
Anything else?
I think that's it, except to reiterate, 1 WIP per project per week, knit or crochet for our alongs, and we are really ecstatic to see all the participation and all the chatter. If we hit, I think if we hit 600, if we hit 700 members, we are going to possibly take on one more moderator to help Valeria and Sue and us out. And that will probably be the extent of our moderators, and we will touch base with that person
that we have in mind.
That we have in mind, because we are a very busy group, and we want to continue to be very busy. So we might need one more person to help us out if we.
We have a specific person.
We have a Pacific person in mind.
Yes.
So that's just a heads up. If you see another moderator added, that's why.
Yeah.
It's not any other reason except that we have an extremely active group.
Yes.
And we are so excited about it, and we don't want it to change, so we want to make sure
that we are able to keep up.
Right. Now, we may combine a couple of threads. We may combine something like the good wishes and prayer requests, because I think people are getting confused where to put the prayers and good wishes, and hopefully people won't be offended by having them together. It can be prayers or good wishes, whatever they want to do. And so we might put that thread together. Yeah. And
because it's basically
the same thing. So we'll say right up front, we don't want to offend anybody. You can pray there if you want, and you can put good wishes there if you want. Whatever is what you'd like to do, and that would be good.
But because of who we are, we have it as called a prayer thread.
Yeah, well, I'll change it to say prayers and good wishes if you want. We'll figure it out. If it doesn't, that's where it goes. So
yeah,
because it's not getting used a whole lot anyway.
Yeah, and it's just another thread that sort of is there.
Yeah, and we want to kind of streamline a little bit. So that's the only thing I can think of for that housekeeping, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we are going to be podcasting, as far as we know, next Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay. We want you to have a very blessed and happy week full of... Oh, I know what I want to say. Well, you'll notice it anyway. I'm not going to say it.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was just going to say that my projects and things might be changing, and the size of them, and how long it takes me to do them, and how many I do, and that kind of thing. Anyway, enough about me. We want to wish you all a very happy and blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, dyeing, crafting, whatever it is you like to do. We hope to see you here again next week in the PHN Woman Cave. Thank you for joining us this week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 189, and that's a wrap.